Hello, everybody. Um, Today I'm here to talk about number patterns. All right, for especially for O level EMATS candidates. All right, this is very important. I think most of us have this experience that I have mastered all the topics already. I know how to do graph. I know how to do algebra. I know how to factorize. I know how to do all the different kinds of question. But I think there will be some type of question that you don't know what is going to come out. In fact, there is always this possibility that what if the number pattern question, the pattern comes out too difficult? You know, I have seen before prelim papers especially that are very tough. The number patterns will change, will jump around. The pattern does is not keeping to a constant number. So the purpose of this video today, is to give student a systematic approach to finding the n term formulas, all right, for number patterns. So if this is also something that you're concerned about, please continue watching the video. All right, number of number patterns. I'm briefly going to break it up into three types. First type is a constant difference, where the difference between the first term and the second term and consecutive terms remains the same, be it a +3 or -3 is always constant. Next is a constant multiple. That means instead of adding, it becomes a multiply. Like in this case, times 2 becomes 4 and times 2 again become 8. So the multiple here is actually 2. Next, which is the most complicated one and the hardest, is when there is an increasing or decreasing difference. You can see that from 2 to 3, the increment is +1. Then the increment become +2, and then become +3, and then become +4 and +5. Now it's very easy to see the pattern, but it becomes very tough when you're trying to find the n term formula. When you're trying to put everything into algebra, it becomes very hard. Okay, and this is a type is when I was a student. This is the type when I would have doubts whether I can do it. Right, so if you are facing this problem, please watch on. So this will be separated into three videos. The first one will be on constant difference. If not, the whole video will be too long. Second video will be on constant multiple, and third one is on increasing and decreasing difference. If you already have a very solid understanding of the formulas that you can use, or you can find a formula that relates to constant difference and constant multiple, you can jump straight to the third one. But otherwise, my advice is to go through one by one. The first one first, the constant difference, followed by the constant multiple, and then the increasing decreasing difference. Okay, let's get to it. First formula. This is my constant difference formula. Now, for those of you who might actually watching this video and you're not O-level candidate, you might have a different formula in your head. You might have this formula for arithmetic progression. Now, I'm not going to throw all these to the O-level candidates. I'm not going to give them that formula because it means they have to memorize something new. Now, I'm using this because it's simpler and it resembles something that they have learned before. Y equal mx plus c. Now we know that m is the gradient of the line in the graph, and in this case, d is the difference. So it's actually corresponding to each other. The y is the tn term, x is the n term, and the c is just the unknown that you need to find out if you want to find the formula or the equation. So I find that if I use this, my student, which I taught this equation for many years, will be able to use it without using more of their brain power, to memorize a new equation and getting more times to adapt to it. I find that it's easier. I don't want to overload them because there are a lot of other things they have to memorize. So, with this, let's continue. Now, constant difference. Let's look at this 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. Simple enough. Let's just examine it further. You can see that the increment, the difference is constant, which is a +4. So recall back our formula. I know you'll forget. Equal to nd or dn plus c. So we can see that our d should be 4 because that's the common difference. So tn is equal to 4n plus c. And now I want to actually use one of the term to help us find out what is C. So I'm going to sub in second term. Okay, second term is 6, where the n is 2 because it's the second term. So 6 is equal to 4 bracket 2 plus C. 6 is equal to 8 plus C. C is equal to minus 2. That means our equation is Tn equal 4n plus, no, sorry, not plus, it's a minus. How come my thing gonna erase? 4n minus C. How come my n keep getting erased? What's happening? Okay, 4n minus C. Sorry, minus 2. So my formula is Tn equal 4n minus 2. Alright, to be safe, let's use a different term to check. Let's use the fourth term. Using fourth term. And look, all these things that I'm writing now, you don't have to write the full so-called working. I'm showing you, that's why I need to be very detailed, be very precise. There's certain thing you can skip during your exam itself, especially the testing part. Okay, your testing is only for yourself to check. You can just press it into the calculator if you know exactly what you are doing. All right, so the fourth term, go to T4. Your n should be 4. 4 bracket 4 minus 2. So you'll be 16 minus 2. And you'll get 14. And then just do a visual check. Yes, the fourth term is 14. That means our formula is correct. If you are unsure, you can always check a second time or third time. Okay, but always remember, every time you spend more time on one question, means you have lesser time on other questions. So check one time and go. This formula works. So don't worry about it. Next, this question is I take it from one of the prelim papers. I think it's a good example of what is going to come out for the O levels. So not so hard, very simple question, but I think it's a good demonstration of constant difference. Okay, first thing, let's see. From 27 to 24, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So let's write our formula again. Tn equal to nd plus c, mx plus c. Yeah. So the difference is minus 3. Okay, I'm just going to sub in. Let's try the fourth term. Okay. Let's try the fourth term. So Tn is 18 minus 3, and my n should be 4 plus c. So 18 equal minus 12 plus c. And my c, just going to do a calculation, should be 30. So my formula is Tn equal minus 3n plus 30. Okay. Let's check it out. Just now we used the fourth term, we can't use it again. Let's use the second term. T2 equal negative 3 second term, so our n is 2 plus 30. 30 minus 6 give you 24. Alright, it's correct. So always just check one time during exam.